So Andrew, when I get on the screen that you sent me, actually it would look like this. And typically what I used to do, is what I was told to do, is to look at petitions and go to inbox. Now before, for the past like 2 weeks or whatnot, this was empty and it didn't show anything. So that's why I decided to click on Try New Central, because this has happened before in the past where it just didn't show anything. And I just waited a few days and then it would pop up again. And you can see when I click on inbox, this is what I see. And I have to click on it. And then at that point, it will show me, I could see that it was a P3 dismissal, but I have to go through and, okay, this isn't my program, so I don't have to look at that. And then I have to go in and unlock it. And then I have to go back to my inbox and I'll click on the next one and have to look through it and say, oh, this isn't my program, so let me unlock it again. And what I've done then is, today is the 20th, so if I've been in here previously, looks like I locked this one by accident. So if I've been in here before, that I will need to kind of take note of where I had stopped. And with this interface, it's helpful because I know, okay, I checked yesterday, so I know I looked through all the 19ths, but these are all new from today. So let me start here, and then I need to remember, okay, I reviewed the one that was 6th down, that's the one that's 5th down, and so on. And it does take some time. So you can see in here, it goes all the way back to October 13th, and this includes everyone from arts and sciences. So I evaluate only the psychology ones, BA and MA, but this is everyone from our School of Arts and Sciences, and nowhere that I can see from this menu, it just tells me the type of petition and who submitted it, and I need to actually click in order to see if it's even for my program. You had mentioned to go through forms and then in your last email to look at my inbox. So if I do that, it will take me to this screen, and this will show me, I guess, the submission date. So this one was all the way back in January. It says, I guess, the type of petition and then arts and sciences, but on this one I am not seeing anything in regard to, I do say arts and sciences, but this one I don't, well, here it says dismissal, but it says associate deans, which everyone in School of Arts and Sciences that are looking through these petitions are assigned all of these. So from this preview, I don't see the student name. It's basically like the other inbox, and this one has many, many more, I guess, because it's in different states of process. I don't know, but I've never looked at that one. If I go to Try New Central, which I've had to do this past week because I couldn't get into the previous inbox, this is what I see. So it will take me to another layout, which you will see basically what I just saw in the other one. The date is in there now, but when I was in here before, I guess I looked at submissions. Yeah, this is the one I looked at. So you could see the petition type, and then, well, I guess petition type here as well, or who requested it, and then who it's assigned to. But again, there's no student name, there's no program name. So for me, it would be BA Psychology, or MA MFT, or MA PCC, or MA MFT PCC would be the ones that I review. So what I was suggesting is that there be something that's indicative of whose program it should be looked at, or perhaps even the student name, but still that wouldn't be super helpful because I don't know all the students in my program, or who it's being assigned to, because right now, as is, unless there's some other way to help, basically, like I said before, I have to go through all these, and then this one doesn't have a date. Now, I guess if I look in forms, it does. It's just the same layout, I guess, is what I saw from the not central that we saw in here. So that's what I see. I've asked about this a few times, and I know there's been different changeovers in staff, and other people have said that, we can't do that, but that would be a tremendous help if there's some way to identify what program that each of these are in, and if it could be in the content, so I would know that I wouldn't need to look at this one or this one or this one because it's not my program. So I hope that I'm making sense. And then the only other thing, I think this is something to look into more detailed, is that Dr. Rubadu and I worked together. I primarily look through all the petitions. But there are times where maybe I'm off for a week, or perhaps I need to review one with him, and we've been told that he can't be in this file or folder, so I've had to send him all the documents in here, or we've had to meet one-on-one in order to review that grade challenge, or I've forwarded it to him, or I guess, sent it somewhere else, but then he can't send it back. But to show you what I'm seeing, that's it. I'm sorry this is long. It took me a little bit while because my main laptop screen currently is not functioning. It's just been a time, but there you go.